Hello everyone, it's Chrissy here from the Creative Eclectic. Happy Tuesday and welcome to Tuesday Night Lights. It's 7:30 Queensland time. I'm located in your Stamping Up demonstrator in Brisbane, Australia. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see who's coming on to watch us tonight. Okay. And I've just received some happy news, well, in the last 24 hours. So I'll share that with you when we go live, or when a few people are on board. I'm having a little bit of a problem with my internet tonight, so hopefully we will get us up and running very soon. Let's see if it's working. I can't see anyone watching just yet. Oh, here we go. We've got someone watching. Who is that? Hello, Veronica. Oh my goodness. Twice in 2 days I've spoken to you, well, sort of. Yeah. Okay, welcome to Tuesday Night Lights. Hope you're having a fabulous day. And oh no, my iPad just died, so I'm going to have to stand up and do this today. Otherwise I won't be able to see. Okay, so tonight, and it looks like I've got 5 people watching, but I can't see who is watching, so I'm really sorry. I can see Kim is watching and Veronica's watching. And hello, Kim. Twice in 2 days I've spoken to you. Yeah. Yes, we do, Veronica. We have to stop doing that. And I can't go for months without chatting. Alright, I can't see who else is watching. Anyway, so tonight, I forget what I was going to said I was going to do tonight last week, but I'm in the midst of prepping for a market on Saturday. I'm finishing off a few things, and I was in my craft room and I found a whole big bag of these mini Tic Tacs. Like, I must have got them for Halloween, and I didn't do anything with them. So I thought I need to get rid of these out of my craft room. And I know that I got them only recently, and the expiry date's still good. So we're doing a little Tic Tac holder, because I can't just sell them like that. That looks terrible. So I thought I would do a little Tic Tac holder that you could use on your little Tic Tacs are inside, and use it and hang it on your tree, or it could be a table favour. You just pop on people's placemats. And yeah. Oh, I should tell you my exciting news. I am a great auntie again. So my beautiful niece, Melissa, had a little baby boy yesterday, Ryder, and she's announced it on Facebook. So I am allowed to say something now. It's been killing me keeping it to myself. Hi Leanne, thanks for watching. But yes, it's so exciting that Ryder has made it here. He's only tiny. He's less, I think he was 2.5 kilos, I think. Only very, very tiny. And but he's here, and we're really excited. We were very concerned that poor Melissa and him might not make it through her pregnancy, so we're really happy that both mummy and baby are well, and Yes, we almost went full term, so we're really, really happy for them. Okay, so yeah, it's 5.5 pounds. Yes, Kim, very small. My baby with 8 pounds, so. Anyway, let's talk about these little Tic Tac holder things. And I think they're so cute. So I'm just using some scrap paper. I've got my little Tic Tacs. So what else do we need? Let's talk about this. So we need a base piece. And the base piece is 1 inch wide by 5 3/4 long. We also need a piece of, if we're going to do a belly band, and you don't have to do a belly band, but I just thought that uses some of my scraps. So this belly band piece is 1 1/4 inch wide by 3 7/8 long. I can't read my writing. Yeah. Oh, wow, that's tiny, Kim. I was 4 pound when I was a month old, my mum tells me, when I was allowed to go home from hospital after a month. So, yes. So, because I'm doing a lot of these, I'm going to show you one, and then I'll show you what I do when I'm doing it in bulk. Okay. So, I might have to grab my laptop and see if I can look at your comments on my laptop, since my iPad just completely died. Okay, 1 second. Right, so the first thing you're going to need is your paper trimmer. Okay? Yeah. You're also going to need some scrap paper, some twine of some sort, some embellishments. I am using a banner punch, but you could just use the scissors. Yeah, I think it's just it wasn't charged enough, Kim. I'm hoping that's what it is. It's not doing terribly well. And then I've also got this little punch that goes with the alphabet stamp set, and so I'm using that as well, just to make life easy. I'm using the Peaceful Deer, these stars from the Peaceful Deer stamp set, and also the Enjoy from the Cup of Tea stamp set, which is in the annual catalogue. I've got some Versamark ink, and I've got some Coastal Cabana ink. Alright, let me just grab my laptop and see where we are with Facebook. Make sure that's on mute. Okay. And hopefully I'll be able to see people's comments. Hope everyone's having a really lovely day. It's been a really great day for me. I've got lots done, but not too much, if that makes sense. Okay, hopefully I can see some more comments. So we've got Kim, Leanne, and Veronica watching. Okay, let's see how we go. If I don't answer your comment in the Facebook Live, I will come back to you. And we've got a Keiko Janie is watching. Thank you for watching. Okay, I'll come back to you if I don't answer a comment. It's just that I can't see them if I can't stand up and craft today. I'm trying, but okay. So we have got our piece of bread. We've got we need a piece of scratch paper. So I've got a piece here. let's use the back of my to-do list and all of my bits and pieces. I've written out I've been adding up what we needed to do. Okay, first thing with my strip of paper, I've already scored this. So I have scored it at, and I hope you can read my writing here. I've scored it at 1/2 inch, 1 1/8 of an inch, 2 5/8 of an inch. Just ignore that little scoreline there. 3 1/4 of an inch. Okay, and it's 1 inch wide and it's 5 3/4 inches long. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do with my strip is I've got my little punch, just going to slide so this long piece that isn't scored, we're just going to slide that in. And this is a really quick project. Doesn't take long to make at all. And just going to create a little banner end. Get rid of that rubbish. Okay, so I've scored it. And it looks a bit wonky. So the next thing we're going to do, put that out the way. Excuse all the bits of writing. Yeah, so has everybody had a great day? I hope you have. I hope you, it hasn't been too hot for people or too cold, or depending on where you are. So I'm using some Versamark ink, and I've had this Versamark ink pad for probably about 15 years, so it needs to be replaced, but it's working pretty well still. I'm just going to stamp all over with my Peaceful Deer, and it's a Versamark ink, and so it's actually clear, so it's a watermarking ink. This is the ink that you use when you are heat embossing, and it just means that you don't need a coloured ink. You can use it on whatever colour, and it just deepens the colour. So it gives you a very light background. I don't know if you can see that. I can't turn I wonder if I can turn my oops, I don't know what just happened there. No idea what just happened. I was trying to turn my flash on, but it's not working, so here we go. So we've got our little pattern. So really easy, we get our bone folder and we burnish the score lines. Okay, so basically what I did was I worked out that this was 5/8 of an inch wide and about 1 1/2 inches high, all right? Okay, so just seeing if there's any more comments. Yeah, and anyway, so so it's basically 1/2 inch of a lap over, then 5/8 of an inch, then measured down 1 1/2 inches, then another 5/8 of an inch, then 1 1/2 inches to the end, and then a bit for the tail. All right. So I think that makes sense, but I will show you how to score it in a minute. So first up, what we need also is our mini dimensionals, because these little, am I in the camera? Yeah, sorry. These little mini Tic Tacs have got a big dent in the base. Right, so we need to be able to attach our mini Tic Tac. So I'm doing 2 mini dimensionals, okay, on the bottom. Move them out the way. Okay. Then we've got this, sorry, in the middle section, and I've just taken it off camera, sorry about that. In the middle section, down the bottom, we're just going to attach that. So then we can sort of turn it over, put a bit of Seal Plus on. Oh, I'm hoping that where I'm in the camera here. A bit of Seal Plus on that tag, fold it over, and then fold up it like this, all right? Now, I played around with that, so my scoring wasn't perfect on that one, but it will be on the next one because I have set up my, so that's a really cute little base. You could just leave it like that, but we're gonna add a little belly band to it. But before we do, I'm getting my old hole punch. Now, if you don't have a hole punch, this was a Stampin' Up one. And it, if you don't have a hole punch, just use your Take the Pick tool and make your hole. I'm using that to make my hole a bit bigger. I've got some white ribbon. So I'm just going to thread my ribbon through. Now you can do it as a bow, or you can do it as something else. Like you can just have it as a hangy thing. I'm just going to thread mine through, and I'm making it a hangy one. So if you've got one of those little mini Christmas trees in the center of your Christmas table, you could hang it off that, because they're not very big. Or you can like just do a bow, and so that's the now I'm just going to tie a knot, and it's going to hate me, not going to let me tie my knot today. I've got this meme where it says it's about, I'll have to share it in the comments, it's about tying a bow when you're on a Facebook Live and how you can't do it. You've basically tied yourself up in knots. And that's a bit like me today. Yeah. So I've got my little base bit there. So here we've got our DSP, and it's 1 1/4 inches wide by 3 7/8 inches long, and I have scored it. Oh, sorry, I'll do it the other way. I've scored it at 1 inch, then at 1 5/8 inch, and then I've scored it at 2 5/8. So it's basically the same measurements, right? It's just a bit wider and goes in, and a bit shorter. Okay, so this is like a belly band. So basically, we're going to fold over that 1/2 inch bit, pop a bit of Seal Plus on it, and fold it in half like that. Okay, if you've got some excess Seal Plus, just trim that off. You don't need it. And then when you press it out, it makes a little box that you can just slide on to, if you've cut it right. Please let me have cut it right. Ugh. And you've stuck it right. Oh, it's being facetious, goodness me. And I know, I triple measured that so it would be right. Goodness me. Of course I can't work it out when it's on my lines. I'm just going to push that in. There we go. There it is. And so that's our little piece. Now, we needed some scrap. So you could have some scrap of whatever colour. And I am just going to grab a different colour ink pad because I've got a little scrap here that I want to use. I've got my little Enjoy stamp here, which is from the Cup of Tea stamp set, but I'm going to use a different colour on this, and I'm also going to stamp a couple on that one. Won't be 1 second. See, I ran all the way. And I've got my real red. And I've got some Coastal Cabana. So what I'm going to do first is just going to stamp a couple of Coastal Cabana ones on here. All right. Just randomly. Because I know that I will be able to cut them out with my punch. They don't have to be straight or anything. They're just on my bit of scrap. All right. Then I've got a piece of, for this one, I've got a piece of Pool Party scrap. And I'm going to grab that stamp again. Clean it off. Just lick my stamp like Shelley from Stampin' Up does. And I'm going to just stamp it on my piece of Pool Party in, so I use real red. Now be really careful with your ink pads, because if you've got long fingernails and you scrape your fingernails across your ink pad, that's what happens, okay? Yes, Kim, it just did need a little wriggle it. That's a song, isn't it? Wriggle it just a little bit. No, oh, you don't want to hear me sing. That's all right. I just can't see any more comments here. All right. Okay. I've got my little punch that I'm going to punch out my Enjoy. Now you could use something else. You could have two and from that I had were too small for this project. So, oops, it's flying around everywhere. And I'll just do a couple because I know I'm doing the whole box of these. So this is a great way to use up some of those scraps that you might have. Just hanging around. Okay. That one I'm gonna need to cut a piece off. right. And so if you've got strips of cardstock or 1-inch strips of DSP, you can make this. All right. So I've got my little Enjoy. Again, I'm going to just use my Seal Plus and just excuse all the scribble that's all over my scratch paper. Now you could hang it off. I just want to put it on the front in the center because I'm making it easy for myself. Because I figure once people have got it out, they will probably throw it away. So I'm not putting too much effort into it, and I'm just going to use some red rhinestones on this one. All right, so so that's our 2 examples. What if we have to make a whole heap of them? Well, rather than doing a whole heap of 1-inch strips, you can get a piece. So this piece is 5 3/4 inches by 7 inches. So the first thing we're going to do, and we're going to do it with Versamark again. Oh, hi Glenda. Lovely to see you. It's okay that you're a bit late. I was just explaining to people I can't really see the comments because my iPad died. We were going to use Versamark again, but we're going to use Coastal Cabana. All right. Yes. So Glenda, I'm doing prep for my market stall. That my dear friend Vicky and I are doing Christmas in the Park again this year. Hopefully, touch wood, that it doesn't storm again. Last year it was horrendous. It stormed so badly while we were trying to take down our marquee, and we were standing in inches of water surrounded by gum trees as lightning was striking. And it was a bit terrifying, really. So what I'm just doing here is just on this big piece of cardstock that is 7 inches by 5 3/4 inches, I'm just stamping it all over. Okay. Now, it's a bit random. And this stamp is from the Peaceful Deer stamp set. Yes. So, yeah, we're fingers crossed there'll be no storms in Brisbane on Saturday afternoon, and we will sell all the kits that we need to sell, and it'll be a great day. So that's what we're hoping for. Whether that happens, that's a whole other thing. I'm just going to turn it over, and I'm just going to stamp a bit at each end as well, because I don't know which way I'm going to score it yet. I think. I'm just going to stamp I'll just stamp the whole thing. So it doesn't matter how I score it. And it's just random. And I like that the Coastal Cabana is showing up a bit darker than the Versamark would. Now, you can use whatever, we call this a salt and pepper stamp. It's sort of one of those stamps that you use to fill in the backgrounds. And so you can use whatever salt and pepper stamp that you like. Stamp off the edge. Like, don't be afraid of stamping everywhere. And like, I know this is taking a little bit of time, but trust me, you it will be worth it. Okay. And I'm going to put a bit there as well. All right. So, I've done that stamping. Now, we'll just see. I can't see any comments. I'll just have to stand up and see if I can see any more comments. Sorry. Oh dear. I hate touching my phone while it's on. Alright, can't see any comments from anyone. Alright. So we've got our large piece, which is 5 3/4 by 7, right? So what we're going to do is on the 5 3/4 edge, I'll just move that out of the way, is we are going to first of all, and I've marked this to make it easier, so when you're making a lot, you're going to mark them. Alright, so I'm going to score my first one at 1/2 inch. So this is the bit that 1/2 inch is the bit that folds over. Alright, then the next one is 1 1/8 of an inch. Okay. Then I'm going to score it at 2 5/8. Then I'm going to score it at 3 1/4. Okay. And as I said, this is 5 3/4 wide. So before I cut it, I'm going to get my bone folder, and I am just going to burnish all of those score lines. So this is the way that you make a whole heap in bulk, right? And I'm hoping that I measured it right. Now we've done that, we'll turn it around to the 7-inch side, and we're going to cut it into 1-inch strips. So we're going to cut it at 6 inches, and then 5 inches. Then we'll move it down to 4 inches. Then 3. Then 2. So you could do this to a whole sheet of A4 if you wanted, or a 12 by 12. Okay. And then we'll cut that. Now that's a bit hard to see on that side, so we'll just straighten it up there. Make sure it's nice and straight. Whoops. Oh, we had a bit of a blowout there. Make sure it's straight. 1 inch. All right. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 already scored and folded. So you could do the same with your DSP. I'm not going to, because I'm going to use scraps for my DSP. So with my DSP piece, just going to score it the way that we did before. So we're going to score it at the very first one. The only difference is the very first score line. We're scoring it at 1 inch. Okay. And I think I've done that wrong. 1 5/8, which is over here. That one there. I didn't mark the... Oh, I nearly used the wrong one. Then we're going to score it at 2, and so so it's scoring it there and there. Then it's 2 5/8 and 3 1/4. Okay. So, and this one needs to be 1 1/4. So I'm just going to move those out the way and just go down here and just trim it to 1 1/4 inches, and you can't see that, sorry. Because I couldn't see up the top properly because of the washi tape. Okay. So we've got our red and white. We have got our base, so all we need now is to put it together. So again, just like we did before, we'll grab our little mini Tic Tac, and I got these from Big W. They came in a big box. We're going to grab our mini dimensionals and we'll put them in this little divot down the bottom. Oh, my fingers aren't working today. I've still got all these scratches from stupid bromelades, and the ones on my other arm, the ones you can't see in the video, a couple of them are a bit icky. Oh, it's sticking to my fingernails. Oh dear. So, oh well, that's the question I have to ask everybody. You need to tell me what nail colour I need to have this changed to, because it's nearly that time and thinking a Christmas theme. But I never have red nails, so I'm not exactly sure whether this year I should go for a red. That would be a bit daring for me. Okay, so you choose the side of this that you like. We've got our punch. We're just going to, if you don't have a punch, you just can make a little tag using your, make a little banner bit using your scissors. I'm going to push it all the way in so you can see that there. I do it upside down so I can see. Oh, that's about centre. All right, work out which side you want to use. I think this side will be the front. Probably needs a bit more stamping, but that's okay. So we've got this little piece here in the centre. We're going to pop our little Tic Tac with the, oh, I was going to show you the divots in the bottom, sorry. Let's see if you can see this. You reckon oh, gold fleck, that would be good. Oh, pretty red. Yeah. Having the right red is the issue, I think, for me. All right, but anyway, so I'm going to pop that in the middle and turn this over, use our Seal Plus. Hi, Kim. Lovely to see you. We're just doing some Christmas favours here, which are really easy. These are in preparation for my market stall on Saturday, the Twilight Market at the Callanvale District Park. So if anyone is in the area, Santa hat red, I don't know. Thinking real red, maybe, or maybe cherry cobbler. No, I don't know. I might take a bit of cardstock with me. I could end up with any colour nails when I go and get them done. Now, I didn't line that up real well. Or very well. Oh no, I don't like Papercraft. It's a bit orange. Oh, it's not that I don't like it, but I don't like it for my nails. So you want to make sure that your sides are lined up and it's square, okay? It's nice and square. Okay, what I've done is the top of this one is put it down too far, so I'm just gonna, even though I'm using Seal Plus, it has got a bit of wriggle room, so it's a bit squarer now. Oh. What's it doing? There we go. It's just being facetious. Hi Lynn, thanks for joining us. I know that time difference for South Australia is a bit tricky, but you're here, you got here. All right, so this is we've done our base. So now we'll just get this 1/2 inch bit that we've scored and we've burnished all of these. We're just going to put some Seal Plus on this 1/2 inch bit, and basically we're going to fold it in half, and that just gives us a nice crisp fold. Okay, all right, when we're popping this on, we're going to have to wriggle this again. Oh no, not quite so much. You've got to be pretty accurate with your measurements, because otherwise it's going to be a bit icky. It's not going to sit right. I think that's probably the terminology that I wanted to use. Right, we've got our little hole punch. Now, I needed to tell everybody there is a last chance sale coming up on the 1st. So if you want anything from the December mini catalogue, oh, that's not even in the right spot. Let's just fix that by putting another hole right next to it. That's what happens when you have to do it when you're standing up. All right, so back to the mini catalogue. The last chance sale. There are some things that are 60% off, some things that are 50% off. Like if you were looking at the Penguin Place stamp set and punch, that is significantly discounted, both of those things. So if that's something that's on your wish list, you need to put in your order when you wake up on Thursday morning. Don't leave it till late in the day. Put it in really, really early. And the reason I say that is it's only while stocks last, and things will sell out. I don't want to have to be the one to break the news to you at 10 o'clock on Thursday morning when the sale's been going for a few hours, as it starts at midnight, that you've missed out on something. Things sell out really quickly. What we often do, because of the time zone difference, is we stay up till after 11 p.m. Queensland time tomorrow night on the 30th, and we put in our order then, because it starts at midnight or 12:01 Australian Eastern Daylight Time. So that is one way to make sure that you get what you want. I will be putting in orders Thursday morning. I'll be sharing on my groups the list. I'll be sharing on my blog the list. Thank you, Kim. It's lovely to see you're watching me. I feel very honoured. Sorry, I didn't see your message a second ago. I hope you're really well. I hope everyone's really well. I am really looking forward to this market that I'm doing. And I'm hoping that people buy lots of kits because I've got a whole heap. All right. My goal is on Thursday to sell 6 kits. So if you want a kit, contact me on Thursday and I will sell you one, because they're Stampin' Up! Having a bit of a challenge and I want to meet that challenge, and that is 6 kits in December. Okay, and I want to meet it on the 1st of December so I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the month. All right, so that is my next little mini Tic Tac holder. Okay, so that's 3 of them down. Got a whole packet to go, but I won't do them online. I'll just do them a little later on while I'm watching TV. So let's go through what you needed again. You needed a base strip, which is 1 inch wide by 5 3/4 long. You're going to score it at 1/2 inch, 1 1/8 inch, 2 5/8, 3 1/4 inches. Then you're going to make a little tag or banner edge at the end. You stamp it all over. You'll also need a piece of designer series paper or pattern paper. I don't have another one, but the same. It can be any scrap, right? It's a great way to use up those 1 1/4 by 3 7/8. I can't read that. Let me fix that. 3 7/8 of an inch. Okay. I'll write it up here. 3 7/8. 1 1/4 by 3 7/8. All right, and you're going to score it at 1 inch, 1 5/8 of an inch, 2 5/8 of an inch, and 3 1/4 inches. Okay, and that gives you your little belly band. So it's a pretty simple project. It's quick. They will look really lovely on our little tree that we have at our stand, and I'm hoping that people will buy them and for their Christmas table. And next week I will probably have quite a few things that we don't sell at the market on sale. So if you are looking for a gift and you can't make it to the markets on Saturday afternoon from 4 till 6, just let me know and I'll let you know what we have available. Okay, and again, it's at Callanvale District Park, so we're hoping that lots of people will come and visit us. Oh, hello Vicky Kello, nice to see you. You popped in there without me knowing. Hope you're enjoying your holiday. You're not supposed to be watching Facebook Live. You're supposed to be relaxing on your holiday, drinking cocktails. Yeah. I'm glad you like it, Veronica. It's really, really cute. I think they're great. I love this little one with the little, what is that thing? Gingerbread man. So, yeah. It's amazing what you can find in your craft room when you shop for your craft room. So I found 2 boxes of things that we're going to be using for prizes at an upcoming event, so they're pretty exciting. The other thing I need to tell you about tonight is that on Thursday, the 1st of December, the clearance rack is being refreshed, and there will be some dies that were part of the Perfect Partners promotion in September. So if you missed out on the dies that go with this little piggy stamp set or the trimming the tree stamp set, they keep an eye on the clearance rack. Thank you, Glenda. We hope the weather is kind too, and I'm sure we'll be fine. And it's really just to support our local community. We're sharing a tent with the Algester Parkinson Lions again, so this time it's their tent, and we're really excited to be sharing with them because they have Christmas cakes. So I'm really excited because I like their Christmas cake. So I'm hoping that this year it might be cool enough to have a coffee and some Christmas cake while we're hanging out at the market. And there's a movie in the park, so it's going to be lots of fun. There's lots of things. The movie in the park is for the kids and it's free. And yeah, so Santa's coming, all sorts of things. Anyway, so that's it from me tonight. I aimed to keep it under an hour. Oh, Vicky, I'm hoping that too. All the storms are going to happen before Saturday. So, yes. Yeah, and anyway, that is it from me. I have now got to go and find out how I am going to bling up, and I will show you these Chupa Chups. These are candy cane flavoured Chupa Chups, and I saw these when I was out yesterday, and they're so cute. So I've got to come up with a way to make them look a bit Christmassy as well, because I reckon they will be great little gifts and stocking stuffers. So yeah, that's my job for tonight, is to find out how, or to come up with a creative way to make these look fancy. So I'll take a photo when I've created them, and hopefully we might get an opportunity to do a little Facebook Live on Saturday from the market. That's my plan. If you are mystery stamping this week, that's on Saturday morning as well, from 10 a.m. Queensland time. So for South Australia, that is for Lynn and Veronica, that is 10:30 a.m. For Melbourne and anyone else on daylight savings, and Sydney, that is 11 a.m. and if you're in Perth, it's 8 a.m. and if you're in New Zealand, it's 2 p.m. and I don't know about the rest of the world, I'm sorry. So anyway, we will, yeah, Kim, I know, that's exciting. We will see you at Mystery Stamping. The first clue has been posted on the event, and if we don't see you at the market or on our Facebook Live or at Mystery Stamping, we'll see you next week for Tuesday Night Lights. Until next time, happy creating. Bye for now.